Welcome back. Day number 8 of jury selection is underway in Brunswick, Georgia. A new panel of jurors is at the courthouse being questioned. Finding potential jurors to sit for the trial of the 3 men accused of killing Ahmaud Arbery is a slow-moving process. So far, 42 potential jurors have qualified. That's a little more than halfway to the 64 potential jurors needed. Court TV legal correspondent Charley Painter is in Brunswick, Georgia. Charley, how's it going?
Hey, Ted. It's a rainy, dreary day here outside the Glenn County Courthouse, but inside things heating up for another day of jury selection and going a little bit more smoothly than we've seen in prior days. A little bit faster. We've gone through general jury selection so far, a pool of 19 prospective jurors inside this courthouse. They just took a lunch break after 3 were individually questioned. Of those 3, 2 were struck for cause. The defense for a third one, who was a potential juror, only 18 years old, struggled with answering some of the questions at length. According to the defense tried to strike her for being a little too young and maybe too invested in the case, watching social media about it. The judge overruled that, so she has made it through to the next round. But in general jury selection earlier, Ted, we did learn some things about these Glenn County residents today who showed up, and here's what we know. We know that 7 of them have formed or expressed an opinion as to guilt or innocence in this case. 4 knew Ahmaud Arbery or his family. 7 say that they've had good experiences with law enforcement in the past. 4 of them have been witnesses at a trial in the past. Only 6 say that they own firearms, one of the lower numbers we've seen over the last 8 days. 1 actually lives in Satilla Shores, where this incident happened. That's the first time I've noticed that in our notes. 9 say that they had a negative opinion about Travis McMichael or any of the other defendants. That was asked differently today. Usually they separate the defendants in this questioning, Ted, but today they sort of lumped them all together, and 9 people raised their hand. Finally, 8 said that they support the Black Lives Matter movement and possibly even the Justice for Ahmaud or Run with Ahmaud movements or campaigns. So that's what we know about this panel. Again, they've questioned 3 individually. They're taking an early lunch, and they'll return and continue working this afternoon.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's another example of how small this community is. You have people that knew Ahmaud Arbery, someone who lives in Satilla Shores. It just is a different process when you have a smaller community. The attorneys talked about the process with Court TV yesterday, kind of opining a bit about this arduous process.
They certainly did, and we're hearing from all 3 of the defense teams that they are taking this process, one day at a time, and it's important not to hurry it because jury selection, as we know, is one of the most important parts of any trial in a case. But we did speak to Kevin Gough. He always offers colorful commentary, and we asked him about some of the objections he's been making in court. Let's watch.
No one's being struck because you're black.
Not at all?
Well, no, I can say that without reservation. This is a very diverse pool of jurors. I expect that the panel will be a diverse pool of jurors. I don't even know what the panel looks like at this point. I just get up every morning and show up in 2 or 3 here, 4 or 5 there, until we get to our panel of 64. I don't think anyone has had time to look at what the panel looks like. But some of the stuff that's been put out there, again, is just one more false narrative in a string of false narratives that have been put out there from the outset of this. And instead of moving the criminal justice process forward, it's actually hindering that process. And ultimately, if you're concerned about justice in this case, whatever you think that may look like, you want this process to work the way it's supposed to.
We shall see if it works the way it's supposed to. And Ted, inside the courtroom also today, again, Marcus Arbery, Ahmaud's father, along with a couple of leadership people from the Transformative Justice Coalition, noticeably missing today. A lot of those demonstrators outside the courthouse, probably because it's pouring down rain. But we are expecting at some point for the TJC to bring back buses full of people to support the Arbery family.